Kevin Durant. How do you think all the rumor and innuendo came about in the first place about your guys' relationship and like the inability to coexist?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have an answer for you for that one. I don't know where it came from. But what I do know is that it just brings us closer.
What do you think of him?
Oh, man, he's probably one of the nicest and the most unselfish guys I've met. He's always a guy willing to give up anything he has to help myself or help his teammates out. And he's obviously one of the best players in the world. But I think as a person, he's that what really makes him likable and makes me like him even more.
What do you think makes KD so talented?
A lot of different things. Obviously he's 6'10" and he's able to do whatever he wants at any time. But I think his work ethic. I think he works probably harder than anyone I've seen other than probably myself. But he even works harder than me. Comes in every day.
Really? You'd say you think he works harder than you?
He works. There's times where I don't work out. Sometimes I take over the past few years, obviously because of my knee, but I've been taking some rest. But he works out before practice, after practice. Sometimes he comes in later, gets shots up, and I know that he put work in the shows, and it just I just see it every day, every single day. He does the same thing. Doesn't stop regardless of if he won MVP, regardless if he has 60 the night before, 50, regardless of wherever it is, he comes in and consistent in his work ethic.
How do you think you each why do you think you each complement each other so well?
I think because we're two different people. It kind of brings us together. Kevin's a real quiet, kind of silent killer, and I'm the one that's out there and screaming.
Wait, you aren't the quiet one?
No, Kevin's the quiet one. I'm not the quiet one when it comes to basketball. I'm the one that kind of is out there screaming and real emotional, kind of wear my emotions on my sleeve, and everybody kind of see it, and when something's happened, they know. And I think it's for the best of both of us because it kind of helps us bring us together.
So KD has laughingly said you scream at him all the time. You guys disagree a lot, but he implied that's really positively impacted your relationship and made for a stronger partnership.
For sure.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'd say we're like brothers. We've been with each other for a long time now, and we're at an age now where he can tell me something, and I can take it on the chin and move on, and I can scream at him, and he can scream back and go back and forth. But we always, at the end of the day, come back to an agreement and find a solution. And I think that just brings us closer and closer, as teammates and on and off the floor.
How long has it taken to get to that point?
I would say like any other relationship, it takes time. I think after the first year and a half or two, we kind of figured out a lot of different things about each other. He didn't know where I was from. I didn't know much about his background, and he didn't know much about mine. And as we sat down and conversated about, where I grew up and how I grew up, and I knew more about him, it makes it easier for us to communicate and easier to relate to each other. Your
brother says you and KD get most competitive in workouts.
Yeah.
How do you challenge each other?
Just on, may play one-on-one or may, just doing drills on making moves. We just challenge each other to be better. I think if I challenge him to be better, it's gonna help him out. He challenged me to be better, it's gonna help me out, and we both know that, so we definitely do it.